Buckets. That's the name of my boat. Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to
Mercy
Tallahassee.
if y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and go. This Jalil, pretty girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we ball for. Peep the gameplay, they want an encore. Overtime for another round. It's buckets after buckets, baby. You're out of time. Buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Buckets. I'm Matt, she is Melissa, and he is Vish. And we got a jam-packed episode for you guys. A lot of content tonight. You guys ready for this or what?
Yo, I'm still jamming to our intro.
I'm just blown away by Matt's professional intro every time. I'm still not used to it.
I watch our intro with the music and I just smile the whole time.
I know. As soon as I say something to you guys, you're like, "Oh, you're talking to me?" Like
that's not as bad as Vish trying to watch the men's game the other night and do the football pod at the same time.
I mean, look.
There's video of him just going like this, like while trying to talk football.
Yeah, that I was pretty expressive at that point where Nigel missed the free throw, and then they came down to a 3 to cut the lead to 4 with like 2 minutes left. That's what I was like, oh no, what is happening here?
But as Matt said, we do have a jam-packed show tonight. We have the future of both the men's and women's basketball teams going to be on the show tonight. Starting off with someone who's very punctual and is actually early. So we'll get her on the show pretty quickly here. If you haven't heard of her, her name is Leah Harmon. She's a 5-star guard in the top 30 in rankings, coming to Miami in a top 10 class. So let's bring her on. Welcome her to the show. Welcome to Buckets, our first women's basketball player on the pod. Let's go. Welcome, Leah. It's great to have you on the show. Let's go. So as I told you when we were talking earlier, you have to help us settle a debate between the co-hosts. If you could only eat one chicken sandwich for the rest of your life, would you go to Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Yeah.
Add another one to the good guys. Let's go.
I picked the right answer, right?
You picked the right answer. Good job. Good job.
I would dispute that, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, for Melissa, you picked the right answer.
Yes, you got it.
I will add you to our list. It's now 5-3 in favor of Chick-fil-A. So great answer. Great answer. Guys, start it off.
Well, also, Kane's Cat's Heat in the chats has got a question. Fire him into the chat. We'll read them out on air. So go for it.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, who wants to get us rolling here?
Well, Leah, I want to just ask you. Obviously, 5-star player, huge basketball background. What kind of got you into playing basketball?
Well, when I was younger, I wasn't really into it. I did gymnastics and cheerleading, and I would go to my brother's football. I was a cheerleader for my brother's football team, so I would do that. But my brother, he got me into it. He played basketball, and I would always go to his games all the time. And I didn't really ever think about playing, but I just always went. I don't know. And then there was one day where it was I had gymnastics and my brother had a game, and I never missed my brother's game. So I was I want to go to my brother's game. And my mom was like, if you go to his game, you can't, you're not to gymnastics. Kind of was just put on the spot recently, super quick. I had to make that decision, but I just decided to go to my brother's game. And then after that, I stopped doing gymnastics and I just did all basketball. So that's kind of how I got into it. Probably my brother and my dad.
What do you remember how old you were?
I don't remember. I was probably like first grade. How old is
Oh,
that?
okay.
Oh, young.
I don't
Oh,
even know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Like
5, 6.
7. Oh yeah,
That's like
6,
7
7.
years old.
Yeah.
Did you pick it up? Did you pick it up pretty quickly? Was it pretty natural for you? It sounds like maybe you're from an athletic family.
No. I started playing. Well, my brother. So I had a backyard, and it was concrete, and we had a court in the back. So my dad would always like work out and train my brother all the time, and like I would always want to like go out there, and I would be like looking out the window like crying because my dad wouldn't let me come out there when like he was training my brother because like I guess it was like serious, whatever. And so he would just not let me come out. And then like when he seen like me in the window and like me always wanted to come out, he was like, okay, like I can work you out too, but like me and my brother have to go separately. And then from there, I mean, he put me on a team and like I didn't get in the game at all. Like, we were up 20 and I still wouldn't be in, or I would get in and like be guarding my own players. So
you had to work.
I took a whole summer. I think I don't know the age. It might have been like 3rd grade. I don't know. Somewhere. I took the whole summer and like me and my dad worked out there for 6 hours every single day at the summer, like every day. Like we would go, I would eat breakfast and I would go out there for like 3 hours in the morning, take a nap, I don't know, do stuff, and then come back out at night, turn the lights on outside, and then like go again.
Okay.
Like 3 hours. So that's how I got better. Like it didn't just happen at all.
So when did you realize that you were like elite level of good, like that you were at a different level than kind of your competition?
I don't know. Like
You're a Hurricane now. We brag, so go for it.
We do brag.
She's like 1st grade. I was locking up my own teammates.
no, like my dad had a team, and I would always play. I would play like 2 grades up, and so or I would play with the boys team too, with my brother's team. I don't know, but definitely after that summer, I came back and seen like drastic change in my game. So probably right after that, it was needed for me, and from there I just kept playing up, like not playing my grade, so that eventually once I got to play my grade, then like you start to see like the separation because I was always playing with older kids. So yeah.
I'm guessing too you played a lot against your brother as well, right?
Oh yeah, 1-on-ones, backyard all the time.
That's where you get that
There you go.
physicality too, right? Because I'm sure you weren't calling fouls as much, right?
I mean, back then, yeah, we were both kind of like calling fouls. To the point where my dad would like go inside and be like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm not reffing because you guys are playing at me. But now, no, we kind of play through it. I mean, he doesn't beat me anymore, so it doesn't even matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There we go.
Girls, I was the only girl playing on those pickup teams at the park when I was growing up. So I love hearing that you were beating the boys. Good stuff. Is he older than you, your brother?
Yeah, he's 20. Yeah, he just turned 20.
Okay. Good stuff. And beating him up on the court. I like it.
Some questions in the chat.
Go
if you don't
ahead.
mind. So I was gonna actually ask you about this. So where's Leah from? If you wanna, I know you're from the DMV, right? So
No, I'm from Jersey. Actually, I moved.
Oh, you're from Jersey. Okay.
I moved to Maryland for high school, but I'm from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So where in Jersey are you from? We have
Patterson.
Patterson. All right. Nice. And then the other question we have, which I'm going to translate, and there's some typos in here, but what are your thoughts? I think on the new training facility in Miami. Did you see the old one before they kind of opened the new one, and then kind of the follow on, like comparing it to other schools you visit? How nice was the new training facility down in Miami versus kind of comparing to other ones?
So I just heard about the new facility. So when I went on my official visit, it was still kind of like being built. Like they let me go there. I had to put on like the hard hat and stuff like that. Like yeah, and then I went in there. So it wasn't really done. I just kind of seen like how they mapped it out, like what they wanted to do to it. I just kind of seen the blank space. I haven't seen it yet. Actually, I've never seen it in person, so I don't know. But comparing Miami as a whole to like other schools I visited, honestly, I didn't really visit any other schools as far as like official visits, like a few schools. But once my recruitment really started getting serious and I had to, come down to a decision, like I only really visited Miami because I just knew like, okay, this is probably where I'm gonna go. So.
What stood out for you as far as going to Miami? Like we've had Coach Meyer on the show a couple of times. She's named the show, so we're big fans of hers. But what was kind of that what stood out to you the most that you're like, oh, I have to come here. It doesn't matter what else I see. Miami's the place for me.
It was just like it felt like family. Like the vibes are always good. Like talking on the phone, I just had that relationship with the coaches off the phone, and that was the kind of thing that kind of set the tone because I'm like, I don't know, you probably can't really tell, but I'm a really shy person. So like, I really have to like get used to someone to really come out of my shell kind of. And so I just feel like I was able to do that like right away with the coaching staffs, which made it easier to like talk about like what I wanted in a college and like how I wanted to like feel. So just that, like the family environment, the fit, like her Coach K, my system, like she plays smaller guards, and that's me. Like I'm a smaller guard, and I want to play in the system that benefits me and is like gonna help me succeed. And yeah, my parents obviously they had a great relationship with every coach there too. So it's just great. The players there on my visit are amazing. Like good vibes. Like everything was just felt right.
Do you talk to any of the players on the team currently? They've been giving you tips and what to expect when you start school there?
Yeah, I talk to them occasionally sometimes. Like, yeah, we talk. A lot of like Instagram stuff, but I mainly talk to like Leah because we have the same name, so it's kind of instantly connected with that one. So yeah.
So what other schools were you just sorry to finish up with the recruiting thing? Were there other schools? I know you kind of said Miami, you kind of knew you wanted to go there. What other schools were you looking at?
She was bleeding orange and green from the beginning.
I mean, that's okay. Melissa did the early decision and didn't give herself options.
I did that. When I went to school to Miami, I applied early decision. There was no other choice. So I feel you on that.
Yeah, like I had the options, and I talked to a lot of coaches, but it just Miami always stood out to me. So when I started taking it serious, it was just
Did you follow the team through March Madness last year and into the Elite Eight? Were you like itching to be like, I want to be on that court with them right now?
Yes, I was locked in. I was wearing my gear every game. I was calling my friends, like screaming on the phone and stuff. They were getting mad at me. So I was tuned in for sure.
We could have used your shooting in the Elite Eight. The ball wouldn't go in the basket.
Leah, I want to ask you about Coach Meyer. She's been on the show a couple times, like Melissa said, and she's always told us how honest and transparent she is, like with players about what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Is that something that kind of was refreshing to you as you were looking for a school to come to?
Yeah, definitely. Like, talking to her, but also like I've been to a few games in person. Like seeing her coach in person was like super good because I seen she was very like encouraging. Like it wasn't always like she was yelling at her players. Like it's always something encouraging. On my official visit, we kind of had a meeting and we sat down and she just like broke down my film and just really like looked at the details. And it just shocked me because like no one really like done that. Like no other coach really took the time to like break down my film, like had clips of me and like, oh, you should have did this or you could have did this. And kind of just broke down how she's seen me in like the years to come. Like, oh, this year I see you doing this, this, this. And that just really stood out because she's really pays attention to the details. And I just think that at Miami for 4 years, I really grew as a player and I can really like improve on everything there. So yeah, that really stood out to me.
Speaking of Miami, Bill, one of our usual viewers, has a question about if you've decided what you're going to major in or what area you're interested in studying.
I have no idea. My parents ask me this all the time.
That's an honest answer.
That was me. Melissa and I went to Miami. I was undecided for like 2 years before I figured out what I wanted to do. So don't worry about it.
You got time. Don't worry about it. Don't rush into it. The nice thing about Miami, and you'll notice it when you start classes there, is that there's so many different things you can get into. The class sizes are small. It's a beautiful campus. You're gonna feel at home immediately, and the weather's good too. So besides go ahead. I have so many questions.
Basketball. Yeah, I was gonna ask a basketball related question. So I was gonna ask you, for those people that aren't familiar with your game, like what kind of who would you say you've modeled your game after? Who would you compare yourself to if you name like another player?
Honestly, I don't really know. I mean, some people really say Chris Paul, but I don't like to use him because I'm a girl, so I don't really like to do that. But I can describe
You're
myself.
better than him.
I can describe myself. I'm a point guard. I can shoot. I can get to the basket, but I'm also a good leader. I like to, get my teammates open, get them the ball when they're open. I'm a winner. I really like to win, and I just like to do whatever it takes for my team to win, honestly. So I just think I'm an all-around player. I can do a lot of things. So
What do you think about Coach Meyer's emphasis on defense? She said to us in the past that that's like their main focus. She doesn't necessarily have offensive plays that she runs and kind of goes with the flow, but on defense, it's everything all the time, going 100 million miles an hour. How's your defensive game, and is that something that you pride yourself on?
Yeah, I'm a good defender, and I think that's a great way to play because I don't really like to be a robot and be in the system the whole time. Like, if I can get out and run and push the ball, that's what I'm going to do. So I think that kind of way of play is where I, really good at, and I like to push. So I think that fits me.
So quick off topic, besides basketball, which I'm sure you're very busy with that, especially it's coming into the season. Are there any other hobbies you enjoy? Getting to know Leah, the person, besides just the player.
Well, when I'm home, obviously not right now because I'm at school. I'm in a dorm right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I like to cook. I do that a lot at home, but that's really it, to be honest. It's kind of a boring answer. But
that's not boring. I'm a terrible cook. I barely know how to use the microwave. What's your best dish? What's your favorite thing to make?
What's my favorite thing, or like what's the best? Like what tastes the best?
Both. What's the best thing you make, and what's your favorite thing to make? Whatever you want.
I don't know. I really like to make quesadillas. That's easy, but my dad really likes them, so I make them a lot. Honestly, I can make whatever. Just like, I can do whatever.
Just like her game. She's multidimensional, man. Don't put her in the
bucket. I got a random question for you, Leah.
Yeah.
Oh, did we lose? Oh, okay, there we go. So I noticed why number 42? I noticed that you're number 42. Yeah. Oh, you were? Sorry.
Yeah. Good. No, it's on my list.
Matter who
yeah,
asks the question. It doesn't
I was curious. I was curious too. Why it's not really a guard number either, 42.
Yeah. So back in the day when I was guarding my own players, like I was telling you guys before, it was like there was like always like like the single digit numbers, like 1, 2, 3. Like I wanted those numbers. I would go to the game and be like, oh, can I get that one? Can I get that one? And they would always be like, no, like this is this person's number. And like now I understand, because like I would be upset if someone got my number, but back then I was just kind of like, why can't I just get this number? Or like they would, even the person's number that wouldn't show up to the game, and I still couldn't get the number. And like 42, they used to give me like the last jersey. 42 was like a big jersey because that's not like you said, a guard number. So like it was probably size large. I was probably the smallest one on the court, wearing a big old jersey. And so after that, like after I got better, I just like, I don't know, I just kept it because I felt like it just meant a lot to me. So yeah, just kept it from then on.
Yeah.
It reminds you where you came from. I feel you though. I remember the City League shirts they give you growing up playing basketball, and like the number 1 was small, and then it would progressively get like larger and larger. So if you show up late to the first game, you're stuck with like number 8, which is like a 2XL.
Yeah, that's how it was. It was a big jersey.
Now you get to pick your number because you're probably the best one on the court.
So Leah, let me ask you. We talked about your game a little bit. The balance offensively. You can score in a multitude of ways. But just from watching you, what stuck out to me was your ability to drive to the basket. I think you have a really smooth Euro step. I can tell that's probably something you work on a lot, right? What kind of went into that, and what do you feel the most comfortable doing? I know you're going to say, you feel comfortable doing anything offensively, but if you need to get a bucket, like last second, what's your go-to thing? Maybe a move or something?
For a game winner, I always shoot a 3. Just because, like, well, it depends. It depends. If we're tied, if the game is tied, I'm gonna shoot 3.
There you go.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. If we're down 2, I still might shoot 3 because, honestly, if I drive and I get fouled and they don't call it, I'm going to be upset. So. But I had a few game winners this summer. I had 2. And they were both, like, step back 3s. So, probably a 3.
Probably a 3.
I like it.
There you go.
Matt's a bucket. That's how many 3s did you have in that one game? Like 9, Matt?
No, it was 11. Okay.
11.
It was 11.
Where was the
We're a big fan of shooters, so we like to hear that. So hopefully you'll be making some game winners for Miami at the Watt next year.
It only makes sense, right? Like, why are you going to take a shot that's worth 2 points when you can just take one that's 3? Plus, it's more effort to drive in, right? Like,
it's right there. Just shoot it.
You've got some handles, though. I mean, I've watched a bunch of your film, and you're not afraid to cross people over and break some ankles. I mean, you got a bunch of different weapons in your arsenal that you can beat teams on. So that's not easy.
I got another question too, because I don't know if you can tell. One of my other passions, if you can't tell from behind me, is shoes. I always point the opposite way, this way. Sorry. What are your favorite shoes to hoop in right now?
That's a good question.
Kyrie, you guys want to see my favorite shoes?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Right there.
I still got my dusty D Wades on the floor.
Oh, do you have an assistant right now helping you out?
These are like, this is my roommate.
Oh, your roommate.
What's up, Leah's roommate?
You can have her come on.
You can come wave.
You don't have to hide behind the camera.
No,
If she wants to.
Hey.
Is she a ball player too?
Yeah, she's on my team. She's my teammate.
Nice.
Good
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
Yeah, so before I show them, they're kind of beat up. So, but they're like my lucky shoes, my favorite shoes.
Oh, I understand that.
They're Kyrie's. My dad.
Okay.
My dad rode on them recently because I left.
There's the Kyrie. Which one is that?
I don't know. I have no idea. But my dad rode on them like probably a month ago because I left them at home because IMG.
Let me make you big on the screen. There we go.
There we
There
go.
you go.
It says Vodus. I think they all say the same.
I think I have those same Kyries, but in a different colorway.
Daddy's girl. Oh, that's cute. That's cool.
I don't think yours say daddy's.
Yeah,
girl
mine
on
doesn't.
them.
Mine don't say daddy's girl though.
That one's
right.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Nice. It's really cool.
and it has 42 on the back.
There you
So-
go.
There
So-
you go.
Yeah.
So I see those are Nikes.
So,
how do you
Hold on.
you feel about?
I got a comment on the 42 because you know Shanice Johnson, right, the assistant coach. You know that's her number too. I'm sure she told you.
Yes, and that the crazy thing about that is too, she was the one that recruited me, and it was just like felt like it was like meant to be because she had the number 42 and I did too. I don't know. It was just like it's crazy when we figured.
How
out,
do you?
Because there aren't that many
sorry.
42s, but then like she's a legend.
Yeah,
obviously,
no, for
we're
real.
at Miami and future legend too. So it's awesome. Keeping that tradition going.
How do you feel about wearing Adidas next year when you come into Miami, being a 3-stripe school? You ready to make that switch?
Yeah, I honestly don't really care. Their gear's tough, so I'm cool with it.
All right, we got some more questions in the chat. So first of all, Kane's Cats Heat says the Kyrie 7s.
Those are sevens.
There we go. We got the shoe
did not-
enthusiasts in the chat.
I did do no
Really?
research. I'm just going on. That's what he said. That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
Who said Kyrie 4s? You're way off.
Yeah,
I thought it was. No, I said 5. I thought it was 5.
That might be
still
right. I don't know that the chat is correct. So let's not go. Here's a couple other questions, kind of about like when are you expected to get on campus down Coral Gables?
Next year.
No, but like, do you know? Like,
Summer,
just, like,
fall?
Are you going in the summer? Or are you just showing up in fall, or what is the?
I don't know. Whenever they tell me to come, I don't.
Right. Good answer.
She'll be ready. She'll be ready whenever they
She's
tell
ready
her.
right now. And then gosh, more of a broad question. What are your goals that you'd like to accomplish in your time at Miami?
Obviously make it back to the tournament, have a run like they just had the previous season, but I mean, why not win it all? National
There we
championship.
go.
There you
That's
go.
my big. I think about
We will be in the crowd when that happens.
Yeah, if that happens, we're there. So not if, when.
When?
When that happens, we'll be there.
I'll purchase a 42 jersey. We'll be repping Leah
Yeah.
since she was our first women's player on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna forget that you said that. So
I will make sure I have a 42 jersey. When the Canes make the women Canes make the Final Four, I will have a 42 jersey on with the practice shorts that Coach Meyer has gotten me in the crowd repping Leah's number.
the full uniform.
You're gonna go full
you're-
uniform here?
It's a running joke on the pod that I'm obsessed with the practice gear, and Coach has seen me talk about it enough that she has swiped me a pair of the
She
practice
procured
shorts.
a pair of shorts for Melissa here.
I've talked about it enough. So Bill's right. He says, "Why not us?" I mean, if the Canes can be
listen,
as good defensively,
I feel like you just committed to wearing a full uniform at the Final Four.
Listen, Shelton does it for the football games. There's a guy that wears a full football uniform at the football games in honor of his brother. So why can't I show up in full gear to a basketball game?
Oh no, you can. I'm just gonna hold you to it. Is all I'm saying. Like I'm not
will.
gonna forget that.
All
When
right.
we're in the
By the
Final
way-
Four,
Leah's not gonna forget either. I'll do it.
yeah, no.
I'm
When we're at the Final Four, they're announcing Leah's name. Like you're gonna be wearing your full uniform. Right?
I'll be standing on a chair
All right,
in full
all right.
uniform, screaming my head off. I was screaming at the Final Four this past year, so I have no shame. It's in the intro. No shame.
That's in the intro. Yes.
Other questions, guys? We
Well, I
went
was
through
going to
our list
ask,
pretty quickly.
I had another question. I don't know if we could talk about this or whatnot, but, I referenced earlier Coach Meyer, pretty honest, transparent person, right? You talked about she broke down your film. Did she give you feedback of like what she wants to see in terms of improvement or anything in that nature?
Yeah, obviously there's always ways to improve and things I can do better, but I just remember one thing standing out was just I forgot what it was called, but it was like points and assists per possession.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically every time we come down the court, either I'm scoring the basket or assisting, because as a point guard, you kind of have to get your teammates involved. Yeah. And yeah, so it was something like that. So I think it had to do with like getting more assists.
Impacting more possessions on offense, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Did she break down your high school film and tell you like those percentages of your points and assists per possession?
Yeah, she did. She had my like high school stats, and then she had she broke down clips from the summer during AAU.
Okay.
Yeah, she got details.
Coach Meyer means business.
No, I mean that's why I always tell anyone, if you want to be impressed by a coach, go sit next to the Miami bench during a game. She's doing a million things at once, she's on top of like every single thing happening on the court.
Yeah,
she's just all over everything. It's one of the most impressive things. Like she's thinking about 10 things at once. She'll immediately on one side of her mouth, that's the assistant who's in foul trouble while yelling at the ref at the same time. It's just like, what is even happening here? So not surprised she gave you a detailed breakdown. She's very, very detail oriented.
So quickly before we let you go, you're part of a top 10 class for the 2024 class. Have you had any contact or conversation with your other teammates that are also coming in with you next year?
Yeah, always. We have a Snap group chat, text messages. We're always talking. So, I mean, one of the other commits, she was my teammate.
Okay.
So we're really cool. And then, but yeah, other than that, we're always talking and texting each other. So
I guess how excited are you all of you to get on campus and kick butt here?
Yeah, we're so excited. We talk about it every time we talk. We're like, oh, we just can't wait to get there. Like we're trying to a time to go to a game this year together, like all together. So.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Any other questions, guys?
Oh yeah, the comments are delayed a little bit.
Yeah, making sure the chat doesn't have anything. We'll give the chat a few minutes.
Well, maybe not a few minutes. Save
or a few seconds. So while we wait for the chat to put any more questions, tell Miami fans what they can expect from you on the court next season and for the next few years.
You guys can expect a lot of energy from me. I really get into it when I'm in the game, like yelling and one, just yelling for my teammates. I do that.
Nice.
It comes out sometimes. It does. But yeah, I mean, winning games, I'm gonna be winning a lot. I mean, I try my best not to lose, and I get really mad when I do so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We'll see.
I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of wins for us in the next few years. So we're looking forward to it. But Leah, thank you so much for coming on the show and answering a DM from some random person on Twitter and talking to me. You're welcome on the show anytime. Good luck with your last high school season, and we can't wait to see you at the Watt next year, hitting threes and hitting Euro steps and all that jazz. You have a good night, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. All right.
They were Kyrie 5s, by the way. Just saying. Never doubt my shoe.
They're not 7s.
You said 4s. You said 4s. So
I thought I said no. I thought
think you said 4.
No, because I was gonna.
4s.
No, I was gonna say 4, but I was gonna say 5. But then I don't remember. I was gonna say 5 because
4
I was
came
remembering
out audibly. So I don't know what's going on in your head.
It was gonna be 5. I
It's
swear.
gonna be 5, but I said 4.
5. I swear.
Well, Kate's got heat. What do you have to say for yourself, man? You said 7s and they're 5s. When by the time that shows up in the chat in 10 minutes, well, I'll let you know what he has to say for himself. But shit.
I think football just picked up a commitment because someone's texting me, but it's a basketball show, so.
Yeah, no, we just talked to a commitment that is signed on the dotted line that's gonna elevate our basketball program. What are we talking about?
Yeah. No, it's just I have like 3 different people texting me like, "Yo, we just got a commitment." I'm like, "Give me a name."
I mean, Leah Harmon. there
we go.
You don't need another name than that one right now.
That was super. That was such a fun interview because we've had former players, we've had coaches, but we haven't had like a recruit or a current player on the show. You can see how much like excitement she has to come in and I love the fact that it was always Miami. Like that she didn't even really want to go look at anywhere else. As soon as she started talking to the coaches, she wanted to come to Miami. I love that. She bleeds orange and green. She's going to be a lot of fun to watch. If you guys haven't watched any of her tape, definitely go watch some of her film because she's insane on the court. Like she's going to be a really, really, really good player for us.
Yeah, so I was about to say it's Cole McConaughey, who's a defensive end. Flipped from Louisville 2 days before we play Louisville. It's kind of it's kind of an interesting time to flip that commitment.
Bill, thank you for putting that in the chat because I was wondering if that was him.
I know what Matt was about to comment on because there's now debate again for even saying it's Kyrie 5s. Come on, bro. All right, what are those shoes?
I don't care. It just started downpouring here, man. That's why.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
it's been raining here all day to the point where one of our like Buckets followers, Twitter followers, DM'd me and he's like, "Hey, I've heard Miami's gotten like inches and inches of rain. Are you good down there?"
I mean, the part of Miami you're in doesn't really flood that much.
I don't live in Brickell. Brickell is like
Brickell and then like West Miami and all that area floods quite a bit, but like.
I think I saw an article once that there's certain areas of Miami where they've worked on the drainage and stuff, and it's come to the point where they're like, oh, they just shouldn't have people live there because they can't fix a drainage issue. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work that way. Just to tell everybody to pick up and move.
I mean, a lot of it is they should have never built on in the first place. So, but there's money to be made.
We've got some time before our next interviewee because he's coming at 8. So
prize picks?
Any what?
I mean, we can do some prize picks. Hold on.
We should get Matt to do it.
I don't even know it.
Oh,
I'll do it. The sponsor of 5 Reasons Sports, 6 Rings Kane Show, and Buckets is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy playing game where you pick 2 to 5 players. You bet the over/under on their stats. If you get them all right, you win up to 25 times your payout, depending on the number of players you play and the odds. The way you sign up is simple. You go to prizepicks.com, register for a new account, use the offer code 5. That is FIVE, the word 5 spelled out. And if you do that, when you make your first deposit up to $100, 5 Reasons Sports and PrizePicks will match that deposit. So go to prizepicks.com, offer code 5, that is the word FIVE, and have some fun watching the games and make a little money.
Speaking of making money,
I am not going to Nassau. Sorry.
No, it's so sensitive. But speaking of making money, I sent this to the guys in our group text. A better bet $25,000 on 40-1 odds that the men's Canes team wins the national championship, and it'll pay out over $1 million if he wins that.
I mean, I wouldn't put 25K on it, but 41 is good odds.
Yeah, that's
40
I
to
mean,
1's
I don't got
not
25K sitting around, but
yeah, I mean,
I was tweeting about it. I was like, I can't imagine. Like, first of all, I'd be having a heart attack in the stands if we're playing for the Natty to begin with. But like, if I also had $1 million on the line, I'd probably go into cardiac arrest.
If you're 40 to 1 and you get the funds, you hedge that shit, man. What are you doing?
I put money on us making the Final Four last year, right?
Oh, okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I won $800.
800.
Yeah, I paid for my trip.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that. I mean, we all didn't meet until the Final Four, like in person for the first time. So
was it before the tournament started? Yeah, it was it was when the ACC tournament was going on.
Okay.
Nice little payout.
Was that before or after Norchad hurt his ankle and then you were like, oh man?
No, I think it was. No, it might have been after.
That's even better. You're gonna get better odds on it.
Yeah, because I think that's
what I say. Hopefully you cashed in.
So then you were probably sweating it out during the Drake game. And then when we were down like 12 against Texas,
you're not thinking about the money at that point. You want the team to win.
It wasn't that much money on it. I think it was only like
because your odds must have been awesome. So.
Yeah, the odds weren't bad. Yeah, so I can't remember how much it was. Was it 50 or 100? Because Monica's cousin actually went in on it with me too. So he matched whatever I did. So he won money too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was cool.
So I did actually consider going to Nassau, but it was like very expensive, and also there's a football game on Saturday. So, and
I couldn't afford it either. So me and Vish decided we're going to go to New York and see us play at Barclays instead.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are
my best friend Evan's in the chat. Hi, Evan. that's my guy. Where is he? He's right here. That's my best friend.
Yeah, but what are we, man?
I've known Evan.
We're here too.
I've known Evan since 2005. He's been a bestie for a long time.
Dang, that's longer than Canes Today's been alive.
We met at UM. We met at UM. Evan is also a fellow two-time grad.
Oh man, look at
look
this.
Who else is here?
Look at this.
They just let anyone in here.
Oh boy.
Apparently.
There goes the neighborhood.
Who is this guy, Jazz?
Yes.
So if whoever's just joining us now needs to go back and watch our interview with 5-star Miami commit Leah Harmon, because that was such a fun interview.
Now Evan's elevating, you see. Now we're good here.
Hey Evan, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
I still can't believe. So my friend that got out of the car in North Carolina whole Chick-fil-A I've known since middle school. What a sellout.
It's currently 5-3. It's currently 5-3. I'm gonna have to get another board just for this tally.
Matt, we need Jalil.
I know. You want me to message him?
Evan,
no cheating. No cheating.
Another reason why Evan is my best friend. Chick-fil-A, duh.
Evan is man, Evan, I got no problem with you, but you're never allowed on the show because I can't have another thing under the Chick-fil-A tally. Sorry. If you ever friends are allowed on the show, Evan is not allowed on the show. Oh, Jazz is still trying to get that.
It's been pouring all day down here. It literally has not stopped raining.
Be careful, Jazz.
I'm actually grateful I didn't have to go to work because I probably would have had to park like in a flood.
Yeah, but there's no basketball.
It's a baseball. I mean, these aren't basketball shoes that I have here, so.
Actually, we gotta go by. I gotta get some merch.
Dude, did you guys see my message in the chat that I found Canes apparel at an Adidas store here?
Oh yeah, you did.
And FAU and Miami apparel, and it was like I got a shirt. I think it was like 75% off.
Nice. Last
Yeah.
year, I found a Miami hoodie. Because me and my mom like to go hit the craziness of the Sawgrass Mall on Black Friday. And there's like a massive Adidas outlet there. So I mean, I've gotten like these the white Ultra Boosts. I found these. It was the last pair on Black Friday last year. I got them for like $40 because of all the discounts. But last year they had some Miami gear. I got a Miami hoodie there for like $20 on Black Friday. I'm
Oh, there
hoping
you
the Adidas outlet has Miami stuff again because like these and then the Supernovas, I've found out outlets and I've gotten them for like $40 or under. So it's
mean,
always a steal when I find Miami stuff at Adidas outlets.
If they had them here, I'm pretty sure they'll have
Yeah.
them there.
Kentucky did look good, Bryce, and they
Well-
didn't even have all of their players.
Well, so this looks pretty terrible for your weather.
Is that Miami?
That is.
Wow.
Yes, Miami's
Yeah,
under there somewhere.
If my stream just cuts out, it's because it's pouring so hard that I've just like, well, actually I should charge my phone in case I like lose electricity and I have to like use like cell phone data to stream because right now
Fly
my
in
phone
there
is at
tomorrow
like
night. We'll see how
15%.
that goes.
My phone's like at 15% currently, so let's charge the phone instead of the AirPods.
Yeah, go.
But no,
go-
Kentucky's going to be quite the challenge for us. At Kentucky too, they looked really good.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be there. Therefore, we'll win. So.
Well, the
Yeah.
key is me and Vish won't
It's-
be there together, so there's a better chance that they win.
Look out at that Colorado game. That one's gonna sneak up on us.
Yeah.
Though honestly, the worst part of the weather, and I think now that it's dark, I don't hear it anymore. But it's like all these birds that hang out on the balcony of my apartment building when it's pouring out, and they're so loud.
I mean, our offense rebounding's okay. It's the defense.
No, it's our defensive rebounding.
It's giving up the
Our
offensive
defensive
boards
rebounding,
that almost caused an FIU disaster.
And our
there.
turnovers too.
Yeah,
It was awful.
it's not even hurricane season anymore.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
is.
hurricane season end the end of October, or is it the end of November?
I think it's mid. I thought it's end of November.
It could be. I could be wrong. I
I
thought
mean,
it was maybe.
I mean, it's about to be year.
It gets longer and longer
Eventually, it's gonna be like it's hurricane year.
all the time. Canes Cat Seats just said no.
No.
Oh, November.
Okay, I was like,
Okay.
no, what no?
Canes Cat's Heat is another friend of the show at this point. He's
Yeah,
always
no,
he's
no,
always in the chat.
We
So
shut him out.
yeah.
Yeah, he's active.
Panthers got a big dub last night. So did the Heat. I think that's 6 in a row for the Heat and 5 in a row for the Panthers. Good stuff.
What's the Heat record now? Like 500?
6 and 4, 7 and 4. 6
Oh,
and
dang.
4?
Okay. Because they started,
Yeah.
didn't they lose like their first 4?
We were
or
like 1 and
something,
4 to
or-
start the season.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah.
was. Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't
but now
watched
we've
too
won
much
like 6
NBA
straight.
this season.
Was it the post game? They asked Jimmy Butler like, "Oh, what's changed that you guys have won so many straight?" And he was just like, with a straight face, "Oh, we've just scored more points than the other team." I was like,
I mean, we're planning on getting
man.
Jalil Bethea on in like 15 minutes. But...
Jalil's gonna be on in about 15 minutes.
If all comes according to
Yeah,
goes according to plan.
wait,
Wait, Bryce told me he wasn't even going to be on here. I thought.
You couldn't miss Leah Harmon.
Apparently.
Me and Matt were just like, Matt was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna DM him and see if he answers." And then he's like, "I'm gonna shoot my shot." And then I was like, "Oh, maybe I should, try to get one of our women's commits." And Leah actually liked one of my posts. I'm like, "This is my chance." So wrote all this whole long thing, and she's like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Yes."
Might, I've contacted
exciting.
another recruit, so we'll see.
Our guests, we've had some really good guests on this show. And not to toot our own horn, but like Canes are in the top 20 in several offensive stat, defense not so much. Bill, honestly, I said it on the offseason. I was concerned about our defense, and
Well, just from last game, I think we were 60th in defensive efficiency, and we moved down to like 100 just after the FIU game.
Because Norchad gets in foul trouble.
He should be
Yes.
with us around 8.
Around 8 o'clock.
Or 5 o'clock fake person time.
It's so early out where you are.
When I was talking to Leah about what time to come on the show, I quickly looked at where she's from and where she goes to school to make sure if she wasn't living in the Eastern time zone to give her the right time. Bryce, that's not a bad idea to get Austin Swartz on the show. That would
could happen.
Could definitely happen. I don't know if that's a person Matt's been talking to, because the way he said that, he's just like, oh,
could be. I'm not giving any false promises.
Yeah. So we didn't expect to have a 20-minute gap.
Well, I mean, let's talk about. I mean, so the actual team is heading to the Bahamas to play 2 games over the weekend, and
yeah.
And then the women also play on Friday at the same time as the men, which is like the hell out of me. I'm just gonna go to that game, but the men's getting at the same time.
I have to work.
Ruined
Matt,
everything.
You need to be on the Buckets Twitter.
On what
Buckets
day?
_Canes Friday.
Friday at noon.
Yeah, Friday. Oh yeah, what are you talking? I'm gonna be at work. What are you talking about?
Just go on and repost the retweet whatever the Canes account.
It's a 3:30 real people time tip. So
oh, that's true.
So that's gonna be a little tough. I'll try to do it. No guarantees. I'll try to do it.
Yeah. A Friday game it's gonna be difficult to cover that.
Yeah. So the men,
because we all have regular jobs.
I took the day off. Which means I'll only be half working instead of full working. So that is what that's my days off involve people saying, I know you're out of office, but, and then me working anyway. Oh, so that's usually what my days off are like. Yeah, so, Miami should be favored. But anyway, just to recap what's going on over the weekend. So it's the Canes are playing, the men are playing at 3:30 on Friday. The women are playing at 5 at home on Friday. So that kind of, again, could have pushed the women's game back like an hour, so I could have double dipped. But anyway, I'm not bitter or anything.
You want to guess the line again like we did last time, Vish?
Okay, let me see if I can actually look up a proper line this time, because I don't think I had it
right.
I
was going to just guess off the top of my head.
Oh, no, you guess while I'm looking. I don't know what it is.
I'm going to say 4.5.
You want to guess, Melissa?
I was actually going to say around that. I'll just go 5.5.
All right, let me see if I can get the I think
I might have gone higher had we not shot the bed versus FIU.
Yeah.
Well, that is what we call a market opportunity.
Against a power conference team, there's
Well, I mean, they're going to be way better than
FIU.
There's no way it's going to be a 10 to 15 point favorite.
Right,
no way.
Let me see if I can.
I think the team was heading to Bahamas today. If I saw the Instagram current account correctly.
I found something that's hilarious that I'm definitely going to share, but this is not what I want.
Canes Cats Heat says UCF is better than Georgia.
UCF is one of the worst teams in the country, man.
UCF?
Not UCF. Sorry, I meant FIU. I'm screwed in the head. Don't listen to me.
What was the line for UCF? Wasn't it like 5.5?
I'm struggling to find lines for this game.
I mean, it's not gonna. Usually it's like day before there'll be a few, but
yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. But what I wanted to, are you all ready for this?
I will give you an apology if it's 10 to 15 points.
No, I don't have the line. What I have is I have something that is unbelievable. I just want to get. I'm going to share this.
Jeez.
This is a computer generated prediction. I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally pick football. That's how bad it is. Okay, it is basketball. Because this would make more sense against Georgia in football.
Georgia 88, Miami 64.
Yep.
Is the computer so they're predicting us
predicted spread
to lose
Georgia
by
minus
24.
Georgia minus
What
23
what
and a
side
half.
is this? That's this is basketball, right?
Yeah, no, I triple checked it. It says even has like Bahamas 3:30 CBS Sports.
That's a troll. No freaking way.
I don't know what they're. Well, I mean, this is the. I literally googled Miami Georgia basketball betting line, and this is the first hit
Computer predicted spread Georgia minus 23.5.
And I was like, that's stupidity. You know what that's called? That's called content for our show. So I shared it. No,
what in the world?
If you could get minus 23.5, bet your mortgage on it.
Where is
There's
this? I want to bet
way.
that line.
No,
I want to bet that
actual
line. I can make
actual.
some money.
So you know how they say when you use like computer predictive models, you need a human to read it and sanity check it? That's just why.
They just see that we don't have anybody on our team like taller than 6'7".
This is hilarious. That was the first result that came when I searched for the betting odds, and I was like, "Well, you got to see this thing," because
that's crazy.
I have not been able to find a line. If someone finds one, let me know. But I am failing right now to find the betting line for the game. But no, I do not expect it to open at Georgia minus 23.5. Unless people accidentally think it's football and they start being, Georgia will probably win by more than 23.5. Start betting it that way. As a basketball line, that's not going to hold up.
I'll take money. I'll take Miami at a plus 23.5.
Bill pointing out, I guess 70 on Ken Palm.
Ken Palm. What are we? We dropped, right?
We're like, I had it. I think I had it up. Where is it? I think we're 44.
Okay, we're in our comfort zone then.
Yeah, that's like right in the mid 40s is where we like to.
I mean, we should win.
Oregon won by 25 against Georgia. Okay,
we should win comfortably, but
we should. But again, FIU.
We just didn't have.
Wait, 25. I thought it was 11.
Well, I was just putting. Okay, we're 44. UCF were minus 15.
They also beat Wake Forest though too.
I mean, speaking of suck.
So
speaking of suck, Wake Forest hasn't been good since like Tim Duncan played for them.
No, they had one. They had a good year with Alondis Williams and what's his name?
They weren't good. They were half-assed. When's the last time Wake Forest was actually really good?
They only lost I think they lost like 10 games or something. They were really good. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago? Let me look. Yeah, when they had Jake Laravia too. They had 3 guys it was like 2 or 3 guys that got drafted. I swear. Let me see. They beat us too.
I mean,
in the year.
Our 2013 team lost to Wake Forest too, and they won like 4 games that year.
Oh, that was an upset. I think we were ranked like 2, and we lost.
Yeah, no, it was an upset.
I remember watching that game, being like just miserable, being like, I can't believe we got up to number 2 and we lost.
I'm going through their old, like I am looking through their old schedule. I don't see anything.
Kane's Cat Seat says we took their soul at home last year.
Yeah, they beat us. I'm looking. Okay, it's 2022. That's when they had Alondis Williams. This was
21-22, right?
They were up 12 and we went on a 20-0 run. That sounds like us.
Yeah, that team that didn't even make the NIT. That's the one we're talking about.
No, they made the NIT. They
did make the. Oh yeah, they made the NIT. Oh yeah, no, they did make the NIT. They made the quarterfinals of the NIT.
Yeah,
where they lost to Texas A&M.
They're 25-10 though.
So they have not been good since how long now? Because that don't count. When's the last time they were in the tournament? Even.
I mean, it depends what your definition of good is.
How do we start talking about Wake Forest?
Because they played Georgia, and the transitive property always works. So.
It's like, well, they beat them. They lost to them, but we beat the team they lost to. So we're better.
we're debating how much Georgia sucks, and Matt's counter was, well, they beat Wake Forest, and that's how we went down that wormhole.
Well, someone said they lost to them by 25.
If we lose to Georgia, we are going to have to cut out this entire segment of the pod.
What are you talking about? We own our failures around here.
Oh, like how I came on the football show and said we were going to beat Georgia Tech by like 30, and then
Look, we're not here to talk about the past. We're like Mark McGuire. I don't know what you're talking about. What's the steroids? Georgia.
Yo, I love that. I
Georgia
love
lost.
the little community of hardcore Canes basketball fans that we now have in the chat.
Yeah, no, we are the only ones that cover the hoop streets. So
yeah.
Any port in a storm. So they did lose. Georgia lost to Oregon by 11, beat Wake Forest by 3, and beat NC Central by 10. This should be a dub.
Yeah, it should be.
And hardcore basketball fans and Evan.
Is he not?
No, he followed. Evan was at the game I got kicked out of.
Oh, so Evan, we'll have to talk later. You can tell me what really happened because no one's buying that story.
I've talked about this before. Is that they wouldn't let us sit where we all wanted to. They were like guiding us to sit. So half of my friend group was on the other side of the student section. So he wasn't sitting near me, unfortunately. But he was there. Evan once ate an entire Sbarro's pizza by himself, like a pie.
I could see that in college because like you could just eat for days and have food. Now it's like it's after 8 p.m. I don't know if I should do this.
He's probably gonna love that I just put that out there on the internet. But
that's impressive. That's not
I'm
bad.
proud of his feat, of his GI feats.
Well, what's
in under 30 minutes? I didn't know the time part, but yeah, no.
I mean, college was wild. You could eat all this crap and feel fine. Now it's like onions after 8. Oh boy.
I'm like that.
I'm gonna pay for that one. I don't know if I should do this.
Wow.
Like after we finished the post game for FIU, and we were chit chatting after it ended. It was like 11 o'clock before we finally stopped talking, and I wanted to get a snack because I was hungry, and I had to debate it because I was like, oh, I don't know, it's late.
But I feel like for you, that's like a normal person's dinner time because you're on that slip schedule where you're kind of.
I can't eat aside after 9.
I always wondered, did our eating habits in college cause us to now not be able to eat anything? Like, did we just use up all of our? Like, if we had been better then, would we still be able to consume food at night? So.
Yo, I used to get chicken and waffles at 2 a.m.
I mean, Matt's not that far removed from that age, so.
Man, I still remember midnight breakfast for like before finals. They would do midnight breakfast at the dining hall. That was the best. All the hot chocolate.
I never went to one of those. I know what you're talking about.
I did.
We would sit in the engineering building drinking Red Bull and trying to like stay awake and trying to figure out what we were supposed to have been doing the last like 3 months that we didn't do. All right, we got to pull an all-nighter to get through all this stuff that we should have been doing for the last 3 months that we didn't study for.
Oh man, we're showing our age. What we have to do to kill time while we wait for our second guest. They did have really good OJ. Facts.
I honestly don't remember. I just remember it smelled really bad.
I also remember having like a ton of the Chartwell dining hall like cups in my dorm that I would collect throughout the semester because I would like take a cup full of cereal as I left. And so they would just stack up and I'd have to like bring them back to the dining hall at the end of the year and be like, here's all your cups back.
Well, after that riveting story of you, at least you returned them, I guess. Well, no, you returned them. So you borrowed them. Let's make sure that our next guest does not do that when he's on campus. Like, we probably should not have led it by all the stupid stuff we did on campus to corrupt him. But anyway, joining us now is a 5-star recruit, actually the highest rated recruit in Miami hoops history. Please welcome to the show, Jalil Bethea. Jalil, thanks for joining
Let's
us. Oh
go.
man,
And
that's
rocking the merch.
I know. Okay, I need that.
Yes.
I need that shirt. All right, that's already on the list now.
Good stuff. Jalil, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Highest ranked recruit in the history of Miami basketball. Excited to have you on. Before we talk hoops, though, you have to settle a running debate that we have on this show. If you could only eat one chicken sandwich for the rest of your life, would you go to Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
Chick-fil-A.
Damn.
We're getting smoked, Matt.
Who-
We're getting
who
I'm
said
smoked.
2 for 2 today. So
Who said
I'm team
Popeyes?
Chick-fil-A. They're team Popeyes.
Yeah, y'all
But we had Leah Harmon on earlier, who's a women's recruit on, and she also picked Chick-fil-A. So I will add you to the board. Chick-fil-A is now taking a 6-3 lead. Good stuff.
Hey, I would just like to say, Jalil, your boy DJ Irving picked Popeyes.
He was on the
So-
show and he said Popeyes. So
I'm gonna have a talk with him because that's unacceptable.
wow. I
Jalil's
feel,
quickly becoming my favorite men's basketball player at the U.
we're getting smoked, Matt. I need to get some ringers on here. We gotta get Jaleel Williams on because I know she'll say Popeyes.
Oh,
This is a blowout now.
So Jalil, thank you so much for responding to us and agreeing to come on, man. We're excited to have you. I guess we just kind of wanted to start, what made you fall in love with the game of basketball and what age was it?
I would say just having like siblings that played sports just made me like fall in love with just wanted to be athletic growing up, and I would say I was around like maybe like 4 years old. My older brother used to like take me out like after school, like go to the playground, just like shoot the ball. That's all we would do, and I feel like that just like went on in life, and I just took it.
Was there
That's
a certain time, a certain age where you realized like, hey, I'm really good at this. Maybe this is something I can pursue into the next level?
I would say I was in like fifth grade. I would say fifth grade. What was I, like 9, like 10 years old? And I was playing on this traveling team, and most of the kids like my age, I was like way better than, and I was just like more advanced. So I felt like I just thought I would just play basketball and take it a little bit far in my life since I was a little advanced at that age.
Yeah. So I want to ask you because you were kind of overlooked for a large part of your high school career. I want to say about a year ago, you were ranked like in the 80 range. And some of the recruiting sites didn't even have you ranked. So you were under the radar for quite a long time. Now you're like the number 7 recruit. How much of the rapid ascension, came from like hard work? And then how much of it do you think, was from people just kind of overlooking you as a player as well?
I would say both of those a little bit even out, but I would say because like what I take to the heart is what people say, because like the thing that really like matters is what the thing that like comes out of people's mouths, and that's like because like when people doubt me, it just make me want to go like 10, 100 times more harder. And when people were saying that, oh, this kid, he's from Philly, he's not going to be that good, all that, and then I just took that to the heart and just had that chip on my shoulder since like I was like. I think it was my sophomore year. My sophomore year, I was coming off the bench my high school year, and I feel like that's the year when I like made a little bit of a name. But my junior year is where like I like proved to everybody that I'm Jalil Bethea.
There you go. So one of our viewers in the chat, Bryce, is asking about your recruitment. You had a lot of big time schools coming after you, wanting you to play for them, including Villanova, which I mean, you said you're from Philly. I know Villanova, Kansas, and Miami were your top 3. You were also considering Syracuse and Alabama. What was that process like, narrowing down your choices, and how did you finally decide on Miami?
The process is actually a lot of fun because you like had a lot of experiences every day, very like a lot of new experiences, and it's just traveling, like going on the visits. They treat you like Jesus on them visits. Yeah, but I would say Miami stood out the most because I feel like that's where I have the most trust in the team. Like Coach L, he's a very successful coach, and he's been there for a long time. So I would love to play for a coach with experience, and also Coach DJ, just having that relationship and just being from the same area and playing for team final, him playing for PCL. It's just everything just checks all the boxes to the place that I would like want to spend my most time at.
Yeah,
So,
I want to dive
question
into.
on.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Just a question that Kane's Cats Heat asked earlier. On the, have you had a chance to look at to see the new training facility on campus? Did you get a chance
Oh
to look
yes,
at
yes,
it?
yes, yeah. I
What
think I
what were
was
your thoughts? What were your thoughts on it, and like how does it compare to some of the other facilities you saw?
I think I was there. I think I was there when it was first built, I believe. Or
It's very new. They just opened it recently, so
oh, then
yeah,
yeah, what I'm talking about. Then you might as well just check that off. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it yet. But I do have to hit the trainer up though and let him know.
Okay, all right, do that.
I was gonna ask you though, because you mentioned DJ. You know, DJ is someone that we had on the show. Talked to him a decent amount. You know, what was that relationship like? Because, like you said, you know, he was a part of team final, right? Obviously that like connection. What's your relationship like with him?
I would say before I even like committed to Miami, he would like hit me up like every day. It wouldn't even be like so much about basketball. He would ask me about like what's going on in your life, your family good, like how you doing in school and all that. It wasn't like really about basketball most of the time, and I feel like that's what made our relationship even stronger, because most players build with a coach. They just build it like a player and a coach. I feel like me and Coach DJ, we made it like a friend to a friend. Like he was like my friend at the end of the day.
That's awesome.
Have you had any talks or built a relationship with any of the current players or any of the other players that are coming in your same recruitment class, Austin and Isaiah?
Isaiah was actually on my visit. He was on
Okay.
like he actually came down and yeah, and I met Isaiah, and I also know Austin from EYBL.
How about any current players? Do you talk to any of them?
Oh yeah, Wooga.
That
Uh,
makes sense. The
but
Philly.
I ain't gonna lie, like everybody, because when I was down there, I was with the whole team, and they were just
Okay.
all fun.
So when were you down there last?
I think I was down there. I think it was one of the football games. I remember it was Miami versus. They played Texas A&M that day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there for that. That
Oh
was
yeah.
Oh, so you were at a good game.
yes. I think we left at halftime. It was like a low scoring game. We left. They were like in the 40s, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Him and Jazz leaving games early. So
One of
actually,
our football co-hosts leaves games early.
left the game early, and then we lost it. I was like, "Where were you?" So actually, you might have seen the facility then, because apparently it opened in July for the. So it's right next to the stadium, the training facility, the new practice facility. So you actually probably did see it then. If you saw a brand new thing on campus, that would be it.
So Vish, I wanna ask Jalil this question because Bryce just asked it too. He asked who you modeled your game after.
Oh, I would say when I was younger, I would like watch like Steph Curry like every day. Like I would be in school. I remember I used to get in trouble with my teacher from like being on YouTube just watching Curry highlights all day. But like I feel like the reason why I like looked up to him because my friends would say I look like him, but I like kind of never knew who he was because I wasn't like really into sports at that time. But like once they told me who it was, it was like, "Yo, you look like Steph." I was like, "Who's that?" They showed me, and then I just like looked him up, and then I was like, "Yo, he's actually like pretty good at what he's doing. Let me see what he's doing and like see how he's like how like what he did as a kid and all that." And I just kind of I feel like I was with him on his journey all the times I would watch him.
Jalil, so let me know what you think. I always thought watching you play offensively and whatnot, you're obviously a really well-rounded offensive player, but I thought your game kind of reminded me of two guys, like a Jordan Poole type player. The fluidity and stuff, the way you score, and then kind of like Devin Booker as well. How you feel about that?
Jordan Poole, I feel like I kind of got more into him last year.
Mm-hmm.
he's actually playing good this year, even though his team kind of is bad. But
Yeah, so Wizards. That's vicious
Yeah.
Wizards. He's a Wizards
But
fan.
I am not a
Vish
Wizards
isn't a
fan.
Wizards fan. He's a
just live
Mavericks
in,
fan.
I live in
Mavericks
DC.
fans?
I live in DC. I'm not a Wizards fan.
oh god,
Jalil, you got to be a Heat fan when you come to Miami.
oh nah.
He's got to be Sixers.
Wait, who's your
Sixers.
team then? Oh, Sixers.
I mean, come on, it's still-
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would assume.
I respect
Don't
it.
even
We won't
ask him
tell
about.
Jalil we're Cowboys fans.
Yeah, don't. I was about to
Oh.
say don't mention football, but then you went and did it.
Don't mention them Cowboys. We beat them boys the other day. I was at that game actually.
Okay.
It's all right. We'll take care of business at AT&T Stadium in a few weeks. It's all good.
Were you a Cowboys fan?
They
Yeah.
both
I'm a
are.
Cowboys fan.
They both
Me and
are.
Vish both are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
what
see-
matters is we're all Canes fans. Canes Hoops is number one to all of us on this show. So that's what matters. All three of us were at the Final Four last year. So we are looking forward to you helping lead us to a national championship in the next few years.
That's the plan.
Jaleel, let me ask you though. So people talk. So we've talked about your scoring capabilities on offense and whatnot. But what do you think is like the biggest like misconception or the most underrated part of your game?
I would say my passing, because a lot of people think that I can just score and just do other things, but like my most underrated thing is passing, because I know how to find my teammates, and I would say I would make the best play in my decision. You know how LeBron said he don't make mistakes. He said what did he say the other day about how he passed the ball to Cam Reddish and everybody was bashing him on that, about how he trusts his teammates and all that. I feel like
Yeah.
that's me too, because like you got to surround you, like you got to be that leader and just put your trust in your teammates. Because if you don't put trust in your teammates, then why are they your teammates?
Yep. There's five of you on the
Absolutely.
floor.
Mhm.
So what's your go-to move to win a game? What's your go-to shot?
Probably sidestep.
There you go.
One dribble pound. I'd say I make that like 85% of the time. Other 15, I'd rip
that's-
out.
85 is a good number.
There you go. Bill wants to know if you're going to make it down to any hoops games this season.
I actually talked to the coaches about that, but we haven't had like scheduled any. I think they were going to come to New York, and I think I was going to come to one of those games.
Yeah, December 10th. Melissa and I will be at that game, so
yes,
it's
me
at
and Vish
Barclays.
will be there.
Yeah, I think
Barclays.
I'll come down to that game.
Nice. Yeah, that one's a short trip for you, so it's easier to get to.
So moving on to like this Miami offense, it's kind of looked different the past couple of years, right? More of a commit to the small ball, spread the floor, push the pace, play in transition. Can you just talk a little bit about like how that fits with your skill set?
I would say I kind of base my game off a lot of transition moves, because I feel like I like that's like where I grind at on transition. I don't really see anybody really stopping me when I got the ball in my hands in transition, because I either score, either pass, or just make a good play all around. And I feel like Miami does that as well, and I feel like that's where I exactly fit in.
Yeah.
Bryce wants to know if any of the Miami staff has sat down with you and kind of broken down your film, and if there's anything that they've told you like, hey, we want to see you improve on this or work on this.
Or anything just personally you want to work on.
Yeah, actually, Coach L did. Coach L did on my visit. He sat down with me, looked over film, and just basically, he told me a lot of things that I'm good at, but he also broke it down and kept it real and told me things I need to work on, and like what you need to improve on once you come up here. And it was basically like, it was a lot of statistic stuff. So it was a lot of like little details. But he was like, yo, like your averages and all this, like, he's like, you could be in the NBA, come to Miami.
Your efficiency stats, right?
Yeah.
Is that normal? Is that normal on a recruiting trip for the coach to kind of break down your game with you and stats and all that, and kind of tell you need to work on things? Because earlier, like, they treat you like Jesus when you show up, but then like also,
I think that was like the only school that did that, I believe, like, because they actually like broke it down to like it's like they brought it down to like, they said, yeah, when you come to Miami, we want you to be a pro. So they looked at like what like an NBA player average was, and they basically put my stats and compared it to like an NBA player's in my position.
Hey man, we've talked about it on the show, but I think you can be, the 50-40-90 club.
50,
You have to explain it. You have to
Like
explain it,
shooting 90% from the free throw line, 40% from three, and 50% from the field. I think you're a real threat to do that. I'm not trying to butter you up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I feel like I could do that too. You gotta manifest it though.
Yeah, you got to manifest it. Yeah.
Manifest it, though.
Yeah. So you said Coach L talked to you about a few areas you can improve. Where do you think in terms of yourself, obviously everyone can improve in some way, right? Where do you see yourself, trying to make improvements?
I would
in
say
your game?
make probably the physical part. Probably just get my body a little stronger. Just getting a little bit more in shape and just basically just working on my body towards the off season.
Yeah. Getting that diet program and everything and whatnot.
You can probably tell from Matt's background and even mine a little bit that shoes are a big part of of the show.
I was just about to ask about Matt's because like he got some stuff.
Yeah, he's got a nice collection. Do you have a go-to pair of shoes you like to wear for games, or a brand or a player's shoe you like?
I would say for basketball, I like wearing like the KD 16s. Those feel nice, and Kobe's.
Okay.
Like the KD's, Kobe's, and like Kyrie's. Those like the main 3 sneakers that I really wear. And off the court, I ain't gonna lie, I be wearing slides a lot. You'll never really see me wearing shoes unless I like have to.
What kind of slides? Like the Yeezys, the
whatever slides, they can be off brand. I don't care. It's just slides.
You gotta rep the 3 stripes next year with Adidas.
Of course. Yeah, I'll probably have a lot of Yeezy stuff.
It's some James Harden's or
I don't know. I don't really mess with
Damian Lillard.
That's what he did.
The Dames
that's
nice.
true. Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, this boy, when Jalil says he's from Philly, he is from Philly.
You can't. Yeah, that's true. You can't wear James Harden's. I should have said Lillard off the top, but in Miami we're still brokenhearted about Dame, I went with James first.
No, but them Hardens are nice though. I wouldn't lie. I still don't really like them though. His shoes are nice.
I love this.
His shoes are nice.
Philly first.
Yeah.
Everything else is trash though.
Yeah. His shoes are nice though.
So, just another question in the chat on your game. Like, how's your defensive game? And
my defense. I feel like that's actually a lot of that's actually another underrated part of my game too. Like I feel like people think because how tall I am, I'm supposed to like block shots. But like once you put the ball in a certain position, I feel like I'm able to poke the ball. Like when somebody's driving, they bring the ball down, and all I gotta do is swipe. And every time I swipe, like 90% of the time, I get it.
Yeah, you have a pretty decently long wingspan too, right?
Team USA messed my whole wingspan up. I thought I felt really short after that camp.
What did they measure it at?
What happened?
I think it was like 6'7". Like I was like, what? Like,
no, you're like 6'4", just standing, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, your wings. What do you think it is in reality? Like 6'9"?
My teammate on team final, Thomas.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, me and him used to like compare our wingspans, and mine wasn't that far off, and he's 6'10".
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you probably are about 6'9".
Yeah. That's pretty solid.
We need a bigger wingspan in the backcourt. We're doing real small ball this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know one of the areas.
Chad got it down there though.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Chad, did he teach you any Spanish while you have you talked to him? No.
I'm the only one who talks to Norchad Spanish, man.
When I first met him, I couldn't understand him, but then once I had to I had to be around him more to like to understand him. So I was like, okay.
Miami might be a little bit of a culture shock.
It's a lot of people that sound like Norchad in Miami.
Most people.
It was the only other place where I walked in and like they assume you speak Spanish. Like if you go to the right place.
Mhm.
Yeah, they'll start talking to you in Spanish first. Besides basketball, do you have like a major set on what you want to study when you're at UM, or you're still figuring that out?
I would say I was talking about business, but I'll probably still be figuring it out.
Okay.
But I think I'll have it like down before I get up there though.
Do you know if you're gonna start in the summer down there, or you're coming for fall?
I think I might be coming down there. I don't know. It's just whenever they want me to. I don't know why. I'll come up there today.
Nice.
Hey, you're gonna
Way to
work
go.
with. Have you met? Oh my God, is it Coach Kuhn? I think the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, Kuhn.
Yeah, he dude's a monster. He's gonna get you
intense.
right.
Yep.
I've seen the videos that they post on their Instagram. He's
Yeah, he was
intense.
mic'd up. You seen that? You seen him when he was mic'd? I was watching him.
Getting Matt Cleveland and Norchad to compare biceps. I was like, sorry, Matt, you're not. I was like, Norchad's got you, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
So I forgot, what number do you wear, Jalil?
3,
1.
right? Oh, I thought it was
3.
Yeah,
1?
I was kind of forced to wear 3 in final because like my one guard, he wore number 1, and I couldn't wear number 2 because Jalen Duren, that it was his team, so it was retired.
Yeah.
So what number do you want to wear if you could wear any number at Miami?
1.
1?
Yeah.
Why
I think
1?
that's taken right now.
Why
right?
1?
Someone wears 1.
It's either 1 or like 1 or 3. Yeah, 1 or 3 would be fine with me. Cause I feel like 3, I wore team final. That's where I basically blew up at. And like 3,
3's a good number, D Wade.
And 3, in like 3 to 4 years old, that's like I kind of like love sports and basketball. So
Well, so you haven't been paying
Little bit of
attention.
money.
It's 3 is Allen Iverson. You're not paying attention.
Listen, I'm from
Read the
Miami.
room.
I'm
Read the room.
At least I didn't say James Harden, okay?
Read the room. 3 is Allen Iverson for Jalil. It's not D-Wade. It's just Allen Iverson's number.
I don't follow the Sixers, sorry.
It's fine.
If you just mention James Harden's name, you can see his face change.
You just oh no.
Vish and Matt are gonna ban me from doing any more interviews.
I mean, that was going to happen anyway. You just accelerated it. Actually,
Bill,
I like
Bill
this
has
Bill has a good question, I think.
Bill has
So,
a good question.
obviously, the ACC has like a lot of like historic programs. Is there a team or a set of teams you're looking forward to playing against?
Duke.
Be Duke, right? See?
Playing Cameron
At
Indoor.
Duke.
See, he's on my side. He knows they're going to whip Duke.
I want to see. I actually want to
Drop
go to that
40.
game. Like, I don't even care like how far it is. I want to actually go to that game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
so-
play Duke at home this year.
We play Duke at home, yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I gotta come up for that game. I have to. Like it's like I have to come. Like,
It's probably the best meeting of the best 2 teams in the ACC. Miami will
Well,
prove Vish's point right.
the best team and then Duke.
So we've had a lot of really great guards that have come through Miami in the past. Can you compare your game to anybody that's played in Miami previously, or anyone that's currently on the team right now?
I'll probably say Isaiah Wong. Yeah,
Okay.
Isaiah Wong, like his game is just like balanced. Like he can do everything. He gets his teammates involved. He's a great scorer actually, and his jumps actually got a lot better from when he was on Bonner. When I used to watch him on Bonner, his jump shot was a little broke. Jump shot was a little broke, but it's cool. It's cool. Isaiah Wong, my boy though. I always keep it real.
He probably knows
All right,
that
well,
too.
Uh-oh.
Future
Oh, wait,
ACC Player of the Year, then hopefully. Hopefully we can have you on the show again after you won ACC Player of the Year.
I hope so.
That'd be awesome. Man, I heard an interview that you did like a long time ago, Jalil, and you were a little more quiet and like to yourself when I heard it, and I was not expecting this. This was funny, man. I gotta say.
I feel like the more interviews I do, the more I open up. I feel like I get very comfortable now.
That's good. Yeah,
You
it's
you
good
can
experience.
you can
too.
say whatever you want. We don't judge. We're all just Miami fans. So whatever.
I mean,
we
you're
love
on
it.
a hometown show here, so it's like nothing's
Yeah.
gonna go wrong here.
Yeah.
This is definitely a safe space. So
There we go. We
So
got any more questions in the chat?
Is there anything you want to tell Miami fans about you and about your game and what they can expect from you and the next few years with you playing at Miami?
To all the Miami fans, y'all should expect, I don't know, like, y'all see me playing good right now, but once I come to Miami, it's like I'm locked in. All the way.
So a lot of wins.
A lot of wins. A lot of wins. I ain't gonna lie, it's not gonna be easy, but still.
A lot of buckets.
A lot of buckets. A lot of
Use
oops
the
to my
name.
man's Norchad too.
There you go.
Bounce.
Are you looking forward to playing with Norchad? Yeah.
if you can understand what he's saying, you mean?
Mm-hmm. It's cool. All you gotta do is give him a head nod. He's cool.
By the end,
give him a little head nod. He in the corner. Throw that thing up. All you gotta do.
By the end of the year, he's gonna be speaking Spanish. Norchad's
There
gonna
we
teach
go.
him well.
Yep.
He'll at least know some words.
And sign language. Yeah, they all do that.
I got a key here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the last time Melissa's gonna speak Spanish on the show. I'll tell you that after that, Aki.
Listen, as we've covered before, the only Spanish I know is medical Spanish. So there we go. All right, Jalil. Thank you. We thank you so much for coming on. You're welcome on anytime. Good luck with your senior year high school season, and we can't wait to see you playing at the Watt next year, man.
Thank you.
Go
Best
Canes.
of luck, man. Go
Go
Canes.
Kings, yo. I say that 100 times. Hold on.
It's gonna be hard for you.
There we go.
There we go. Good form too. Good form.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I had to practice where Coach L wouldn't want me on the team.
No, I'm pretty sure he would want you on the team even if you couldn't throw the U up correctly. All right, Joe, you have a good night, bro.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Good night,
Have
bro.
a good night. Oh my God.
All right. I love how they both were like, oh, I don't know, whenever they want me to come, I'm there. Like
Dude, Jalil is
French
hilarious.
too. Oh yeah, but was it Keyshawn and Jobé are both like French Swiss something, right?
Keyshawn's Swiss.
But he might speak French because he played in France.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jobé is French. So
yeah.
And I wonder if Bensley speaks any French because he's Haitian.
Oh.
Maybe. It's similar to Creole, so
well they speak
Bryce says he loves his energy. Yeah, I was actually shocked. He was into it.
He was enjoying himself. Yeah, it was good. It was
like when he did this interview, when he announced his commitment and stuff, he like kept it short. You could see he was a bit nervous, a bit shy, but he like throughout the interview kind of more and more opened up. And as soon as I said James Harden, he was like, shh. I didn't even think about that when I said it. I was just trying to think of Adidas players.
He is definitely a Philly guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You can tell for sure.
Yeah, I like it. And then we said we were Cowboys fans. He's like, nah.
We said nothing. I wasn't going to say anything. I was in the process of saying, Melissa, don't say anything. And then you're like, how about
don't tell him.
Cowboys?
No, that was fun. Yo, this was a fun pod, man. Getting some top 10, getting some of our top 10 recruiting classes on here. That was a lot of fun. That's the most, I think that's probably the most kind of interaction we've had with the chat on this show.
I just gotta say though too, like Leah and Jalil, they're both obviously great basketball players, but they seem like great people too.
Yeah.
So it's great to have
it
kids
is
like that.
I mean, Kata Meyer talks about this, right? They're Miami players, and there's a profile of someone that does well here that fits in with the team, and that's why they both must have answered the question. Whenever they want me to show up, I'm gonna be there. That's what our coaches are like, and when you sign up to play at Miami, that's the character of the people that are showing up. Like that is it's a different atmosphere. And they both said like very similar, right? They're both like, yeah, no, that's the only coach that like broke my game down in detail. And
yeah, I was gonna point that out. It's very interesting to hear like how specific both Coach Meyer and Coach L were about breaking down high school film, and then like Jalil saying like no other school really did that. And it was interesting because Jalil was like, no, I want to play for a coach that knows how to win and has a lot of experience, and like, you know, Coach L is that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, he picked us over Kansas. Bill Self isn't like, you know, he's been really successful too. So I love that he's talking about Miami like that, you know?
Can I say something too? The fact that Jalil said that Team USA did him dirty with his wingspan, he's 6'4", and they said it's 6'7", and they did him dirty. I'm like, how long of a wingspan do you have? He has to have like this is just speculation now, but the dude has to have like a 7-foot wingspan. That's
well,
insane.
no, because he said his teammate was 6'10". He was a little bit less. That's probably like 6'9". That's what I deduced from that.
Well, if his teammate's 6'10", he might even have a 7-foot wingspan. So
I mean, after we get done measuring, it'll be like 8 feet. So
yeah, he's got that Go Bear wingspan.
Yeah, listen, I love that he showed up in the merch. All right,
that shirt, man, I need that shirt. What?
It's available.
Actually, I have that shirt. I have that shirt in orange.
I gotta go to the store when I get down there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've seen that on the Adidas website.
Go to Canes Wear. That's where I got it.
I gotta check out that new one right next to campus.
I'm pretty sure. No, Vish. I think all Canes has it.
Oh, does it? Okay. Yeah. Or I can go to the bookstore.
I actually do want to check out that new store.
There's a new official store across the street from campus. There is all Canes, and there's the bookstores options that do not require me to drive 2 hours north.
I'm up in Broward a lot, but Matt, we should FaceTime you from this new store so we can show you some stuff. There might be some stuff that you want. We can get it shipped.
Oh yeah,
to you.
that would be cool.
Get you some new gear.
There's no website yet. Did you see that? That was kind of annoying.
That's what I'm saying. We will FaceTime Matt.
I know.
Wait,
I know.
So who did the store? Like, who's the store?
It's the official team store.
Oh, it's just
I think they moved the ticket office over to that thing too. Like the ticket office is there too now, I think. It's like all one complex. But anyway, so I'll have to check that out. I need some basketball gear for my trips.
There you go.
I got 4 road games I'm going to in the next few weeks. I gotta.
My one trip is gonna be in cold weather. So
yeah, but in the arena, these are indoor games. I need some basketball merch under my coat.
Well, I'll wear my Final Four shirt. Actually, you know what I should do is I should get a jersey to put over a hoodie.
I want to get a jersey, but I gotta go there and look. I want it to be orange or something so that stands out when I'm on these road games.
There you go.
I think I need a Norchad jersey. I think you two would be shocked if I got any other player's jersey.
Unless it was a Kenny Kaji jersey.
Yeah, they don't make 35. If they come out, if someone wears 35,
well, you can
at some point,
can't you make custom jerseys?
You can custom them.
Should I make a Kenny Kaji jersey? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll never get it by.
I would be disappointed. I would be disappointed if that was.
Well, I was gonna go with something more readily available, which would likely be a Norchad.
Yeah, I need something. I need something that's ostentatious for these road games. I don't want to show up in like white.
Yeah,
I need orange or green.
Yeah,
I need multiple things. So I got back-to-back games. I'm at Kentucky and at Mississippi State in consecutive days. I'm not wearing the same thing twice. So. I got some. You know
what I'm looking forward to? Besides, obviously, I don't want to rush the season, but I can't wait to do our game of horse at the practice facility next offseason.
I can wait for that. I don't need Matt actually officially holding that over us instead of like.
Well, no, I'm excited to see the inside of the practice facility.
Are we playing for a trophy or something? Because I need to put some. I need to have something I can constantly put.
I can get one made.
There we go.
Etsy is perfect to
get the logo on it. Mason has an actual basketball question we should answer. What are your
thoughts on George so far this season?
So far, yep.
I mean,
We haven't seen a
I
lot of
think-
him.
well,
I think I've seen.
I
some
mean,
of it.
from what we've seen offensively, I mean, I think I can't remember if all three of us were on the show when we were talking about this, or if it was just me and Vish. But he doesn't look comfortable offensively, right, Vish? He doesn't really. His shot selection was just kind of off and whatnot. I think he's adjusting to the game. I definitely see him at the potential in the half court, right, with his playmaking abilities and whatnot, and his passing ability. But he just kind of needs to learn what kind of shot he can take, early. You see some flashes defensively, using his length and his quickness for his size, but he's a freshman, so I was expecting to see a little more, but it's not to say he won't develop throughout the season.
Yeah, and I would say, he played professionally, obviously not the highest, like not in the first division, but played professionally in France. I expected him to be a little bit more ready. He's still lost out there. You can see the ability, you can see the athleticism, the confidence too. Even like he doesn't feel phased by it. He just looks kind of lost out there, and in terms of like knowing where to be and what shots to take, and kind of his positioning is just off right now. So they work in progress. Not really concerned about it. I think we got a really good player there though, because you can see like the raw talent is there. I lied to myself. No one else told me to do this, but I was like, oh, he's been playing professionally. He's going to be further along than a normal freshman. He looks like a normal freshman.
I think we all thought that.
So
I mean, at least I did. I thought he would be further along, but like Vish said, I think over time he's going to be really, really good. And let's not forget, he's 6'8", playing guard.
with that hair, he's 7.
So, I love the hair, man. Freaking love the hair. Pretty sure I tweet that before, like when he gets into the game. I'm like, can we talk about Keyshawn's hair?
No, you definitely tweet that every game. Because it pops up on my feed, and I'm just like,
I tweeted from my account. I haven't tweeted it from the Buckets_Canes account. Which, by the way, if you're tuning in late, please follow our official X/Twitter account, Buckets_Canes. Thank you. We hit over 100 followers. Good stuff.
What a rough night for Team Popeyes. Ooh.
This is brutal. I don't know how we're going to recover.
It is now 6-3.
Okay.
Both Leah and Jalil picked Chick-fil-A, and Jalil was even like, of course, Chick-fil-A.
I mean, he was extreme vigor. Like that almost counted for 2.
He literally
was like insulted that Popeyes was even an option.
I know. He probably texted DJ right when he got off. I was like, "What the hell, man? You said Popeyes?"
DJ, I'm gonna get like a separate board for it, but I guess we'll have to put Coach Meyer under Bojangles.
Yeah, I gotta get Jalea Williams on the show. Is what I gotta do.
I gotta get Jasmine on the show.
Jasmine's not allowed on the show. Obviously, we'd love to have Jasmine on the show, but I'm gonna forget to ask her that question. I'm just gonna have to like before I can get anyone to come on, I'm gonna ask them if they're a Popeyes or a Chick-fil-A person. That's how it's gonna be.
I never even talked to Jalil till right when he came on the show, so you can't blame me for him picking. Matt did. No, I mean, look, you can't fake. Well, maybe he's going for an Oscar, but you can't fake the reaction. That was with extreme vigor. So, some of them are like, I guess he was like Chick-fil-A. I don't know if he was more disgusted, and you would be insane if you said Popeyes. I was gonna say, I don't know which one he was more insulted by, because I said James Harden, he made a face, but he really made a face when he was like Popeyes. Who would pick Popeyes? I know it was not even. We gotta get that man an NIL deal. There's a Popeyes right next to campus. Maybe he'll learn. That's what he's got a major in, going over to the Popeyes. But look at the beautiful count. I love it. God, it's brutal day. I agree. Brutal day. Bill, I agree. Well, I think you can see that with all of it. Like him and Keyshawn need seasoning and need work, and that's why I think AJ Casey's been more effective this year, because he's got that year under his belt, and it shows. Yeah. For the podcast listeners, Bill says Nwoko is going to be good, just needs a little bit more time. So yes. Because I can't look at that board anymore. I'm like so annoyed now. I know, I'm sitting to the side just to make sure that everybody can see it. Move your head in the front of it. At least do me a little favor. No one even noted the quote. I didn't quote from last. I just decided to write. Yeah, I know. You've gotten lazier, just like writing random.
Raisin on the
I didn't.
bottom.
I didn't have a chance to rewatch the post game
Oh,
because
you
I've
didn't have
been
2
working.
hours to rewatch the post game in the last like day. We do these shows 3 days a week
Well,
or whatever. Now.
I mean, I guess I could have just watched the part where all three of us were on it. I just didn't have time because we ended late and then I worked yesterday. So, and then I was watching tape earlier. I didn't get Chick-fil-A today. I actually got barbecue.
From
Shorty's.
it's right there.
It's been pouring. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I was gonna DoorDash, and you can. And the best part is, since I DoorDashed it and ate it at home, I could dip the fries in Chick-fil-A sauce.
Which is the only good thing about Chick-fil-A. You're not raw eating that burger. I mean that sandwich. You know you're drowning it in sauces to get flavor.
I didn't get a sandwich from Shorty's. I got the chicken.
I'm not a fan of the Chick-fil-A sauce.
No
I will say this. I like their ranch is the best ranch that's like packaged. Like from
I've heard this before. I'm not a big ranch fan in general, but I've heard this from multiple people that Chick-fil-A
you've heard it from Matt more
ranch
than
sauce.
once, so that's multiple people.
No,
Yeah.
but I've heard from others. It's not just, but yeah, it's crazy. I also love the fact that my best friend Evan showed up on the show. I always
and also rep Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, there's a conspiracy
I
here.
also put the link in our group text. Also, Gary chimed in.
I saw Gary that.
we didn't get to address it because we were interviewing.
Yeah, but Gary do a side tangent on Gary stuff with Jalil Bethea on the show. But yes, I will scroll up to the comment and show
there it is. Gary said, just checking in to watch the guys get roasted again. # Team CFA. Good stuff, Gary.
Unfortunate turn of events tonight.
Evan wants Chick-fil-A now. Oh, Evan's still watching. I didn't know if he'd still be watching or not.
I mean, is Chick-fil-A even open this late? I feel like their hours are like 9 to 5 on weekdays or something.
It's different for the one by me because the one that I ordered from is in the mall. So
yeah,
I don't know if other ones are open.
Well, where's Chick-fil-A when you need a sandwich on Sunday, huh? Where is it for you then? It's not there, is it?
They're in church apparently.
God,
yeah,
it creeps me out whenever it's so cringy when they say my pleasure. I hate it so much. It's like
I found the Gary comment.
So
just checking in to watch the guys get roasted again.
It's nice to have backup from our guests with Chick-fil-A since I'm
you'll be feuding with Gary soon again anyway.
No, me and Gary just can't talk during emotional games.
So every time we play then.
Yeah, just wait to talk until the next. If we won, then it doesn't matter. But if we're losing, me and Gary know just not to address each other. Because the thing about the Final Four game was, one, I was hungry because I could barely eat lunch because I was too nervous, and then I was really pissed because we were losing. So
you really barely ate anything at lunch.
I was too nervous to eat.
I thought you took all the mac and cheese from everyone.
But the mac and cheese was only one tiny little bowl. It was only one little tiny bowl because remember they ran out. So there wasn't even that much. So I ate that and I ate like one chicken leg and I couldn't eat. I was so nervous I couldn't eat. This is how much Canes hoops means to me. If you guys were wondering how obsessed I am with Canes basketball, I literally ate like 100 calories for an entire day.
Hey, Bill, you want to come on?
Listen, Bill. Bill, why are you trying to suck up to the guys?
With my ghost white arm. Look at that.
I don't understand what's going on with the lighting in your room.
Pretty soon when we have the Christmas lights going, you'll see me clearly.
You mean clearly, like we'll see through you because it's getting that way?
No, because it's gonna be.
Oh, if you have the Christmas lights, what I'll do is I'll move one of the shoes and I can put up my little menorah. We can rep all the holidays.
Well, no, it's just because like the lights are on the other side. It's just
Well, is it darker there because of daylight savings? Like, is that why you have to have?
Yeah, I have to have the lights on. You want to see what it looks like? I mean, I'll glow in the dark still, but.
Matt, my pale friend.
No, I just need to test out the lights before we do a show, not just, figure out a good angle to have them at.
I actually have a second light that I bought specifically for this pod, but when I turn it on, it's like it's not high enough on the desk, so it shines in my eye, so I don't use it.
But, Yeah. So we doing a show. Wait, what's today? Wednesday. So Melissa, you work on Friday, Saturday, right?
I don't work Saturday. There's a football game. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
want
yeah.
to do a post game Friday night. I don't know who's going to be watching what game. There's 2 games on Friday.
Well, there's the men are at 3:30 and the women are at 5.
You guys could do a Friday night post game.
I'm down.
I can try to hop on from work. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Do it.
It would be useless because I can't watch the game, so I wouldn't really provide much detail. And then
We don't know the
when are
game
they-
time for Sunday yet because it depends on. if
And
you
again,
win or
I
not.
also work Sunday. So
Yeah.
this is why there's 3 of us. Because Matt lives in another time zone. I have a crappy work schedule. So between the 3 of us, 2 of us seem to make it on.
I mean, let me tell you, it's hard living in a fake time zone. It's really
I
hard.
mean, I don't. You choose to do that. You and like
Also,
a lot of other
shout
people
out
in the family.
shout out to
Yeah.
my coworker who switched a shift with me so I can go to the Miami FSU basketball game in January. So good stuff.
Oh, that was news. Am I coming down that day? Then when is that?
Oh, I didn't have this
Breaking.
conversation with you. Sorry, I was having this conversation with someone else. I'm used to talking
Update the
basketball with
ticker.
Wish all the time.
This is
I-
a
Hoodie
I'm
girl
used to-
coming to FSU game.
This is a
No,
Wednesday?
I just remembered. I'm so used to planning all of my basketball stuff with Vish, and it's just like, oh, this is like the one conversation that I didn't have with him about being off for this game.
It's a Wednesday. I don't know.
It's
if
a
that's
Wednesday
happening.
night. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's tough.
We'll see. Yeah.
My allhurricanes.com comrade and I, Brian Smith, were talking about going to that game.
Oh, but didn't talk to us
Now-
about going to it.
Because I literally just did the switch today. It's good being retired.
Wow.
Yeah, Bill, I have multiple jobs. So I basically do something. Who was it? Somebody at my job the other day was like, "Oh, like, what do you do when you're not at work?" Like, because I'm like chill. I guess I'm chill and I don't talk about my personal life. I'm like, well, I have a per diem job. I now do a Buckets podcast multiple times a week, and now I also contribute to a website for basketball. So
You do
I'm
multiple
busy.
other podcasts too.
Yeah, I'm on Locked On Canes a bunch. I go on Coop stuff. Yeah, you know. Too bad I can't make enough money off of it to quit my medical job.
Yeah, just slightly not enough. Almost there.
Slightly. Just like we got. That's bad. I'm waiting for my Fivers and Sports shirt.
So it is in the mail. It was a little delayed because I'll tell you offline, but it is definitely it's en route.
Anybody else in the chat want to discuss anything before we finish this tangent? Because there always has to be a tangent before we end the show.
Yeah, the editor appreciates multiple tangents embedded throughout this, so I get to spend.
And we even got prize picks. We even got prize picks in this time.
Yep. Yeah.
Thanks to Matt. He's actually the one who reminded us.
You're welcome.
Well, the editor of the show really appreciates the tangents sprinkled throughout this episode. So.
Well, no, because you have the one interview tangent, interview.
The interviews,
tangent.
the interviews are obviously easy to segregate out. It is, what do I do with the rest of this hodgepodge of crap? Do I merge it together? Is it a separate episode?
Hodgepodge of crap.
Well, I know what the title of the show is going to be.
Hodgepodge of crap.
That's definitely going to be the name of the show.
What about the jam-packed? I don't know.
No. I split them into different ones. So there'll obviously be Leah Harmon interview, Jalil Bethea interview, and then whatever the hell this is.
Evan says we talked about how good Chick-fil-A is. Let's talk about how crappy Popeyes is.
Let's talk about how Evan
Look,
can't
man.
handle flavor.
Look, exactly. We're gonna win the war on spices. You guys are coming. You want everyone to eat flavorless
My
chicken.
guy in his Calais Campbell jersey. You'll all appreciate that.
You're all trying to convert everyone to eting soggy chicken with stale pickles on a flavorless bun, and I will not have
First
it.
of all, the pickles are never stale. The pickles are amazing. I actually usually order extra pickles.
No one will eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich without first opening it up and dumping a bunch of sauce on it. Otherwise,
Actually, I dip the sandwich.
Okay,
I don't
whatever.
like
You're
too
not
much-
gonna.
I
You're
don't
not
like
gonna.
too much sauce. I
You're
don't
not
like too
gonna-
much sauce in one bite. I just everyone uses condiments. Don't lie to me.
The Popeye sandwich comes with condiments on it. You can just eat it.
Okay, at
it's
Chick-fil-A,
not-
they have
It's not
multiple
an
options for
overwhelming
condiments.
amount. It's not an
No.
overwhelming amount.
At
so-
Chick-fil-A, there are multiple choices of condiments that you can choose from. So they ask you what sauce you would like and give it to you on the side, and then you can pick whatever you would like to put on the sandwich. For
Oh,
me,
God.
I don't like having the sauce on the sandwich. I prefer to dip.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Evan says I don't use sauce for anything. The fries are better.
Wait,
naked."
you're eating that Chick-fil-A
God.
sandwich just raw like that?
I was gonna make a comment about the fries are better naked, but then I realized we're still on air, so I can't say
don't
it.
do that. But
But Evan knows me and Evan have a very sarcastic banter, so he probably knows what I would have said.
look, let's keep
I've
it
only
clean here.
gotten decent fries from Chick-fil-A like once. And then I just
Actually,
gave up.
the last few times I've gotten, because usually I get the sandwich, the mac and cheese, and a Dr. Pepper, but the last few times I've ordered, I've actually gotten the fries because I've been in the mood and they've been very good.
I don't understand how Evan eats that sandwich without putting it. It's just dry. It's a piece of chicken, and some pickles on a bun.
Does he at
A
least get
buttered
the
bun.
deluxe? Like
Butter.
some flavor on there?
No, Evan's go-to is a spicy chicken sandwich
Not the deluxe,
with a large
though, just-
with spicy chicken sandwich, large fry, and a Coke. Evan, confirm that that's your order.
The Popeye spicy chicken is like legitimately spicy.
Yeah.
You'll start
I actually
sweating
tried the
up.
Chick-fil-A. I actually tried the Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich once by accident. I had DoorDash Chick-fil-A one day when I was homesick with COVID, and I felt like crap. I'm like, let me get something to make me feel good. And they put it in a regular chicken sandwich wrapper thing, like bag. So I assumed it was a regular chicken sandwich, and I bit into it and almost died because it was really spicy. Yep, Evan's confirming his order. See, I know his order because I'm a good best friend.
The Popeyes one is like legitimately spicy, like even for me, and I'm Indian.
Oh, really? No.
That thing is hot.
Our friend Eric usually gets the deluxe, but Evan is
Well,
just
of course,
the
you
regular
need
spicy chicken.
you need something on there.
Yeah. you
I
need to
get the
have-
regular chicken sandwich with pickles. Plus,
Oh,
yes,
God.
he does. He will get an extra 8-count nug
Nuggets from
sometimes if
there?
he's really
That's-
hungry.
Oh, they're nuggets.
But he's also
Awful.
the same guy who can eat an entire Sbarro's pizza in 30 minutes. So a lot
Why
of
are you
Okay.
going
like,
to Sbarro's? Oh
No,
my
hold
God.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Sbarro's is
hold on,
on
hold on.
campus.
Hold on, it was on
Sbarro's.
campus, and it would stay open later than the rest of the the
Yeah.
other food options.
It would be open till like midnight.
Yeah,
So
that's
it
only-
was
if you wanted to eat like actually the food court. I don't know the last time you've seen it. There's like all
Okay,
this
but you have to
shit
understand
there.
my viewpoint. First, it was fries with no sauce on anything. And
No,
then it was, I get
it's-
the nuggets too. And then it's like, oh, I love Sbarro's. I can finish a whole.
No, it was just because that was what was on campus. I think it turned into a line. What is it now?
I don't know what's there.
I don't know what's there now.
Wait, it was yeah, it is some.
It used to be when I was in grad school. It was a lime.
think it's still
They've
it might
changed it
still be.
since.
Well, the whole
No, it's
food
not. I
court-
think they've changed it.
Well, the whole food court now is like this massive
Changed.
area with all these.
Well, at least they didn't get rid of the Panda Express because that was my go-to after class.
They got a
was Panda.
Vicky Bakery in the stupid food court now.
Evan makes a point. He says, "See, if Popeyes has to have crap on it to make it good, it's not a good chicken sandwich. Pure Chick-fil-A is glorious."
So
Evan,
Popeyes does not need
Steve.
to put stuff on
Evan.
it to make it good.
I love you, bro.
It's just use condiments on food. And pure Chick-fil-A is horrible, which is why they advertise their sauces so heavily. Like, what are we talking about?
See, that is your opinion.
Of course, no. I thought it was fact. I was stating here.
That is your opinion. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is very good. I, for one, with any chicken sandwich, like to have a condiment. And you can only make things better with Chick-fil-A sauce. So
It is
Plus-
a dry sandwich. If you don't
no, it's
put any
not.
sauce on
You're
it.
crazy. You are crazy.
Pretty dry. I'm
Also,
sorry.
they have a new milkshake, a limited time, like
Oh, yeah,
seasonal
milkshakes
milkshake.
are
It's
good.
like a caramel
milkshakes are
cookie
good.
crumble.
The
They have
milkshakes
like
are
a
good.
agree
caramel
on
that.
cookie
Now we're talking.
crumble milkshake that they've released. My mom texted me about it the other day. I'm like, I need to try that.
I
Caramel
love that.
cookie crumble?
A milkshake comes out. Her mom's like, "Oh my god, there's a milkshake."
Me and my mom, when we have our casino
That's
date
funny.
nights every month, we always stop at Chick-fil-A and we eat dinner in the car together and like jam to music and then go and gamble. So she likes to get the milkshakes. So that's kind of our thing. So whenever Chick-fil-A has something,
Take her
she's
to
always texting me.
Popeyes. See what she thinks.
No, she likes Chick-fil-A. She loves their mac and cheese.
Just give.
So-
Give. Actually, Popeyes mac and cheese is crap.
Wait, I'm
but-
jealous. So you guys are gonna be in New York getting pizza and stuff. You're gonna go to Sbarro's in New York.
No, we're
to get
going.
an
We're
authentic
going to get
slice?
deli. No, we're
No,
going to get deli.
We have to hit up the. Well, I don't know what we're doing. We're doing whatever the hell she
We're
says.
finding a deli because if I'm in New York, I need to get a potato knish, I need to get some matzo ball soup. I need to get a latke. I need all the good Jewish deli. I need it all.
There you go.
And I'm leaving with a loaf of challah from somewhere. I've
All right,
already
I guess
planned
that's
out
what we're
all the
doing in New
food that I
York.
want.
That's good to know. That was more news to me.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I was gonna go watch basketball, but I guess we're doing that.
No,
Nope.
when we go eat,
I
we're
know.
eating
I'm
at a
joking.
deli.
I'm messing with you.
I was honestly, listen, Vish was kind enough to let me fly in Friday night because the game is on Sunday, and he's gonna take me around DC and do touristy things with me all day Saturday. So shout out to Vish.
Oh, he's gonna
asked
get
him-
warmed up then when we were there. Wait, are you gonna go to DC then for the ACC
I'm flying.
tournament?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you are? I thought you weren't. I thought you weren't sure about it yet.
I mean, the plan is unless like I work interferes, but I'm
Oh, okay.
hoping that I can go.
Okay. Because before when we had
but
talked
no.
about it, you're like, "Oh, I don't think I can."
No, I'm not
pick
sure.
up
I don't
on
have
it.
my work schedule,
But
but
you
I'm
don't have
gonna
to take
try
that.
and go.
We're not going to be playing for the first several days, so
Yeah.
For the
I think the first 2 days
we'll
we had
probably
double
play
buys.
on Thursday
Thursday
or
and
like
then-
Friday.
No, I think it's just
Thursday?
Thursday, and then Friday, and then Saturday is
Yeah.
the final. We start in the quarters.
No, but I asked Vish. I was like, "Hey, since I'm coming up to you and we're gonna go up to New York that Sunday, I was like, can I come in Friday night so we can go be nerds at all the museums?" And he so nicely has accommodated that, and we've made like reservations for different museums or whatever. So I was like, "Thanks, Vish." I was like, "If I'm gonna go to DC, I want to go be a nerd."
Yeah, I never do any of that stuff anyway, so it's good. I still haven't
So-
done most of it because I
We'll walk around DC in all of our Canes gear the whole weekend.
I mean, that I do every day. So
Yeah. I'm so excited for like all. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to layer. It's gonna be really cold, but like
it might
to really
not be.
break
It
out
fluctuates.
all of my
It
hoodies.
fluctuates.
Yeah.
It might not be
There
that
you go.
cold.
But like, well, I have my 2 Kane starter jackets that are thick that I haven't been able to wear. You were with me when I bought one of them. You actually convinced me to buy one of them
It's
because
a
I
good
wasn't
jacket.
gonna do
Well,
it.
there
Really
you go.
expensive.
Now
But I
you
bought it
can-
because Vish is like, when are you ever gonna see this in an extra small ever again? Like he said,
It
you
was
have
extra
to buy
small.
it. It was an extra small, so I had to. It's that green one with the Canes writing in like
Yeah.
cursive. Yeah. And then I have that one I got at all Canes, and then the black one I got at Canes wear. So I rep all the stores. Now that everyone knows
and now we gotta now we gotta go see the new one. See what's
Yeah,
good.
I'm excited to see the new store. Just another place to take all my money.
I need some severe basketball merch for all these trips because I want to be wearing basketball gear. So that is what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in Miami for like 10 days. So I'll find my way. I'll be able to get
This
some.
has turned into my new interview hoodie.
Well, now you have to switch it. You can't typecast.
Yeah, because I've worn this one for the second Coach Meyer interview, the DJ Irving interview, and then this one. So I need some new hoodies. I've worn all of my hoodies. Actually, there's one hoodie I haven't worn on this pod. I should break that one out.
No, you shouldn't.
Save it for a
Is it the one I'm
regular
thinking
guest.
of? You cannot wear that on the show.
No, not that one. I would never
Okay.
wear that one. It's
Okay.
a different one that I've had for
Okay.
a while. Actually, it's the one that I got on Black Friday last year.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the other one hasn't been worn. It's just sitting in a pile with the shorts that I bought because
It should
Good.
not be worn.
Burn
Anyway.
it.
yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go do the F1 show. So
Oh,
Say hi to
but-
Fernando.
I forgot we were still live.
Oh, well, good thing you didn't do anything stupid.
Fernando is your F1 guy, right? That is always in the chat, right?
Fernie is what Jazz calls him. They go way back.
Yeah.
Our chat, Evans, our co-host, who's also the manager at Ale House.
Yep.
So
Good stuff.
definitely stop
Real
by there.
quick before you go, thank you to everybody in the chat. I think that's, like I said before, I think this has been our most like the active
Interactive,
chat that
yeah.
we've had, an interactive chat. Shout out to the usuals, Bill, Kane's Cats, Heat, Bryce, who else was commenting? Gary stopped in for a minute. My bestie Evan stopped in for a bit. Trying to see, did I miss anybody?
Hmm,
Did Daniel say hi at the beginning of the show? He usually does.
I think he did. There's someone else too that I feel like we're
Oh,
missing.
Tur30 Will
Yep.
was in
Yeah.
the chat at the beginning.
And Daniel did say hi.
Okay, yeah. But Bill and Kane's Cat Heat, Jazz even stopped in for a second.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Shout out to Gary for Team Chick-fil-A.
All right, you're making me late for my show, so like, can we?
And then cue the socks outro. Don't cry.
We get buckets.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, baby.
Wear good socks.
Buckets.